What's up, African Superstar family? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. I'm back at it, back defiant, back here like I never left. Today, we're going to talk about this topic. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. Also, big shout outs to my family members that have been outreaching. I got some further text messages today from some other of our YouTube platforms that are going to, feature me on their platforms to be able to help us grow this back to, what it was previously and beyond. And I want to talk about this topic. I want to talk about Black First, Black Power. Um, the reality is that currently, right now, we are, struggling to make a presence be known, really. We have been marginalized in a way that prevents us from having a lot of collective power at the top where it really matters. And obviously growing our community and obviously having enterprises that promote generational wealth. Um, we have to dance delicately through the system of white supremacy that has been instituted. We talk about social media, for instance. We talk about, you know, our voices basically being hindered. And what I actually see from this exercise of having my channel taken down, and the outreach from, brothers and sisters, like-minded brothers and sisters that are here with platforms, is Black First, Black Power. This is the importance of establishing a community. I'm so delighted to be a part of the community. I'm so delighted to see the fruits of my labor. You know what I mean? Like, I created this platform because I wanted to put my voice out and I wanted to encourage my people and I wanted to provide them pertinent information. Since starting my platform, there have been, dozens of other platforms that have sprung up. And now, in response to what has happened to me, I'm also able to tap in and utilize those other platforms. So what it really goes without saying is this movement is strong, y'all. This movement is strong. There's always going to be the sentiment of the fighter. There's always going to be the sentiment of, the winner. Again, I think this is just such a dynamic time in my life to be a part of, and the beauty is, like, yeah, you can try to affect me, you can try to affect others, but this sentiment is there. This sentiment is there. I mean, right now at my disposal, I can think of probably over 20 platforms that I'm in contact with, that I can be like, hey guys, I need to get on your show. I need to collab. I need to get this message out. And I can take advantage of those. Now, the fact is, you also have to be a good steward, guys. And I know that, my example is paramount to me. It matters how I'm portrayed and how I'm depicted, and also how I conduct myself in a public eye. This is SMP. This is what I talk about on a regular basis to my audience. You have to, at all times, strive to be an honorable person, because it really pays. It really, really pays. Now, let's say I was a bitch. Okay, let's just say I was a super diva. I was difficult. I was, non-responsive in this YouTube community. All right, now I have this situation happen to me. Other people are not going to they don't care. They might even have a laugh at my expense. But what I see from my peers is a lot of, love and concern, which is like, hey, Gina, I'm sorry to hear that, man. What can we do? How can we go about this? You can use my channel. You can do, and I'm so empowered by this situation. I'm so empowered by this situation, because what I see, what I'm receiving, is what I have been working to cultivate, which is a community. We are so strong together. Yesterday I was on Dinah Samir's channel, Search for Huru. I was also on Ajua show, the Woke Africa show. And Adjoa had this beautiful parable about a pack of broomsticks. When broomsticks are together, it cannot be broken down. When one broomstick is on his own or on her own, it's a lot easier to break it. You see, and that's why we have got to fortify ourselves in communities. That is why, because there's strength in numbers. I even think at this time with social media, the way that it currently is, we have such a realm of influence now. Compare it to like civil rights time. We know a handful of people that were leaders during that time. And it was easy for them to get picked off, quite frankly. Once, they killed Martin Luther King, once they killed Malcolm X, once, Huey P. Newton was killed, the sentiment died down. But here you have thousands, you have thousands of our people currently on these social media networks that are getting the message out there. Taking down my platform doesn't in any way silence the message. Also having other outlets for me to be able to utilize, it doesn't silence my voice at all. So we have to see the silver lining, and I do. Do I regret my channel? Do I regret whatever? No, never. Because I'm Black first, Black power. I'm always going to advocate on the behalf of my people. It's me. You are me. You are me. I am you. This is how we got to live. I'm actually just so energized by this situation. First of all, it lets me know, I'm big. I'm a threat. What I have to say is being monitored. That means I'm relevant. Nobody goes after irrelevant people. People only go after those that are making some kind of impact, that are doing something, so that's my first thing. And number two, this is, love without test. You can't really determine love. Okay. I can sit here and say big shout outs to my brother Tino. I can sit here and be like, I love Tino. Now I really do love Tino. I know him personally in real life. Okay. But I can say I love Tino, but Tino will never know if I love him or not until that love is tested. My community is showing love to me in the wake of this situation, and that is so very encouraging. It makes me know that people got my back. People, and don't get me wrong, I know the hater game is serious. But actually, guys, that's nothing new to me either. I'm just dynamic. I'm a dynamic girl. I've been like this my whole life. I'm used to garnering a lot of attention, and a lot of times the attention comes with jealousy for people that are not that lack my tenacity. You know what I mean? It's never an issue of me degrading anyone. That's not what I do, because I don't really feel for me to be great that detracts from your ability to be great. I feel like there's enough space out here for us to all to eat. Okay, that's why I can come here and talk about the continent. That's why I can come here and promote you guys to come here, because I'm like, hey, I live good, but the fact that I live good doesn't mean you can't live good. Doesn't mean lots of us can't live good. A lot of us can live good. You know what I mean? We put our heads together. We can have so much impact on this continent. We can rebuild our community. It doesn't even take a lot of us. It doesn't even take a lot of us to make that impact. Yesterday I was going on YouTube, and I was resubscribing to all my friends' channels. And you know, resubscribing to them, and I was like, wow, I got a lot of connects. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the Blackest Truth, you got Search for Huru, you got O'Shea Duke Jackson. Shout out to the Information Man Show. You know, I got the BAIO, my brother Holit. We got the Woke Africa Show. You know what I'm saying? We got Walter Maya, Nappy Briggs, Ty Inspired, Juliet. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you know, Lady Visionary hit me up yesterday. I mean, I was like, wow. You know, and it's so sweet because, you know, a lot of them have said, hey, I'm gonna get you on the show, you know, what do you need? Whatever, you know, O'Shea called and we had a long conversation. He's like, you know what, don't worry about it, you gonna bounce back. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, I love being a part of this time. And it also says to you guys, I know a lot of you guys are scared. Okay, let's be honest. A lot of you guys are scared. A lot of you guys are scared because you've seen the consequences that have happened to people. Okay, we know a lot of consequences. Okay, what I choose to embody here on my platform is how you bounce back from the anticipated reactions of your enemies. Okay, your enemies are going to try to discipline you. Your enemies are going to try to silence your message. Your enemies are going to try to destabilize your livelihood. Your enemies are going to try to punish you. That's what they're going to do, right? All right, shout out to the chat room. If you're here and you are understanding this message, let me see a number one. I see Tino is in there representing. Where's the rest of the viewers, guys? If you understand this message, please let me see a number one. I want to make sure I'm being understood. Okay. Just put a number one in the chat if you hear me, if you understand what I'm saying. The thing is, guys, it's not about our enemies. It's never been about our enemies. Big shout out, Sarah C. I see you there. It's never been about our enemies. It's about how we choose to respond to the anticipated moves of our enemies, guys. We know the kind of stuff they're going to do. You know, it's one of the underlying reasons I'm even here on the continent, because I knew their moves. I knew I cannot live here. I can't live in America. I can't live in the UK and continue to have this message. I cannot. They are going to do something to me. They're going to punish me. I'm not going to be able to earn money. I'm not going to have freedom of movement. You know, all these kind of things I knew were associated with speaking this message in that setting. You know, when I look at people that have really had the most success with this particular message, one thing they have in common is they are affiliated with the continent. Okay, you can't live in those settings, guys. You cannot live in those settings and rock the boat. That's just the truth. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. You want to know how I know? The minute that you show your true self to them, that's when the reprimands start. That should be an indicator to you that you're not in the right setting. Okay, here I get to be the unadulterated African superstar every day, all day, without apology. I don't have to acquiesce to anybody or anything because I'm home. I'm in my home environment. You know, now I'm not going to say I'm untouchable. I'm not going to say that. But what I'm going to say is the probabilities are more in my favor here than anywhere else. Okay, you've got to calculate the anticipated move of your enemies. You got to calculate them. And when you calculate them, you just have to position yourself to stay ahead, a step ahead of the game. Those of you that are content creators, okay, learn from my situation what you need to do. All right, you need to have multiple backup options. Okay, you need to have somewhere to store your content or whatever. All right. You need to have alliances with other people that have outlets something happens to you, you have an opportunity to go and speak on other platforms or go to radio shows or go to podcasts or whatever you need to do to get the word out of what is happening. Okay, that's the power of the media. That's why our people have been restricted from access to the media for, centuries. It's just been a monopoly. With social media, the average everyday person has the capability of having a voice. That was, we had to rely on mainstream media the majority of my life, for instance. You didn't have an opportunity to hear, from an audience of your peers and stuff like that. And I mean, let's just go ahead and be honest. All mainstreamers are sellouts. They have to be. They're told what to say. They have a script. They have, they have to adhere, or there's punishment to that. All right. So all mainstreamers are sellouts. Never look to these guys for instruction on how to guide your life and this and that, because they have a tainted and a biased view. It's just what it is. They can't live for themselves. They can't be who they want to be. They can't say the things that they want to say. Even people in the mainstream, when they say something that's true, let's say somebody gets offended, they have to come out and make a public apology. Have you guys ever seen an apology video on the African Superstar platform? You never have, and you never will, because what the things that I say is what I mean. It's precisely what I mean. I'm intelligent and I know how to articulate my point. So the things I'm saying is what I mean. I'm not taking anything back, but I have that liberty. Mainstreamers don't have that liberty, guys. What we have in this day and age is a vehicle that allows us to be Black first and exercise Black power. Now, another word to the wise. Those of you out there in those environments, get your paper, get your resources. If you got to play the part, play the part. Matter of fact, the fact that you know that you have a plan that they don't know about should actually be quite entertaining for you. I know for me, it was so funny. It was so funny in my last days at the job, because I was of the mindset, I'm about to go to Ghana. I'm not about to be putting up with this stuff anymore. I'm not about to be dealing with y'all anymore. I'm about to get this money and go. I'm about to set up this business. I'm about to create these networks. I got a game plan. When you know that you have something you're working towards, it should be easier for you to obtain the goal. Don't get involved in work politics. Okay, I'm going to instruct you guys right now the best blueprint ever. You're in the West, get everything you can from the West before you come home. And the one critical element that you need to exercise is don't talk about it. Okay? Don't tell your coworkers. Don't tell your non-Black friends. Okay? Even if you have a Black friend that's kind of dodgy, don't tell them. Put all your ducks in a row and get the hell out of there. You are in a very, very perilous environment. You are in a very perilous environment. You have to restrict the potential of getting obstacles set up. You see, when people don't know what you're doing, they can't obstruct you. Okay? When people know what you're doing, they can try to obstruct you. And those of you guys that are seeking freedom, you got to be strategic to do it. Your Western borders are finding ways to encase you in the country and prevent you from leaving. You got to be creative as to how to get out. This is the advice that I took and the advice I offer you. I worked, believe it or not, I tell this story. Big shout out to African Superstar family. Please hit the likes if you're here, guys. I need your engagement. I need you. We trying to rebuild the channel, so let's all be on code. Okay, SMP. You guys know I'm an African Superstar, right? I think y'all know. Yes, I'm an African superstar. I worked at the mental health hospital, okay, for 2.5 years. That required me doing some pretty lowly stuff. You know, stuff that a woman who is educated, world traveled, an entrepreneur shouldn't have to do. Things I don't even have to do here in Ghana. Okay. Clean up after people. Be insulted. Be insulted by people that are like 1/4 of my caliber. All right. Doing menial type of, work. Okay. On my feet for long hours, working long hours. I did a lot. Okay. And it didn't hurt my pride because I knew that at the end of the day, I was going to have the last laugh. And when I bounced on the UK and moved to Ghana and started living my luxury life and, my channel blew up and stuff, I definitely experienced that, and it still to this day is very hilarious to me, but that's the beauty of when you don't make your plans aware. The minute that, for instance, my employer learned that I was the African superstar, okay, they learned, my channel was growing. I was doing lots of travels. I always tell Dynas that it was his videos. It was the videos I did in Nigeria that did it. Okay, the videos that because I went to Nigeria in November of 2019 to meet with, Prince Dynas Tamir. I did a week long of videos, with him and stuff, and showed the palace, showed the the festival that we attended, and the lifestyle. I mean, we were so graciously welcomed to his kingdom and stuff like that in Nigeria. Yeah, I just took it too far. I took it too far for them folks. They wasn't used to seeing, blacks treated like royalty. And I came back, and it was always so hilarious to me because I would just masquerade as if I didn't have any of this stuff going on. The people I worked with, I didn't fraternize with outside of work. They had no idea I was an African superstar. I used to come to work as plain as could be. Shout out Sarah. Yes, that's exactly how I was living. I chose to do the most basic job I could find. My game plan was like, okay, you know what? I get a lot of attention in the corporate environment, and I'm tired of them reprimanding me, tired of getting fired, tired of always being in trouble and everything like that. Let me get this basic, excuse my language. Let me get this basic ass job. Okay. I'm going to do, I was a healthcare assistant. Let me do this basic ass job. They couldn't possibly get threatened by me working this basic ass job because that's what they think we're supposed to do, huh? They think we're supposed to clean the toilets and mop the floors. They think we're supposed to do their grunt work. They're comfortable with us in those positions. We don't threaten them at all. See, but once again, this message is about anticipating the moves of your enemies and being smarter than your enemies. Okay, when you know what your enemy is going to do to you, then you should be able to avoid that outcome, and you should be able to be smarter than your enemy. We know what these people are going to do to us because they've been doing it for a long time. All right, first trivia question, guys. All right, first trivia question. If you know someone who was targeted in the workplace, either it was you or someone else, or unfairly fired from a job, okay, and I'm willing to barter probably 90-95% of these people will be black people of color, Africans, maybe even Latinos, people from the Caribbean, Jamaicans, they get targeted a lot. Let me see a number 2. All right, if you know somebody who has been unjustly fired in the workplace, be it you or someone else, let me see a number 2. What's up, family? Please, if you're here, get the lights up. What's up? I know it's kind of early out there in America. Big shout outs to my American viewers that's with me right now. I know it's early, but see, it's Saturday. Y'all know I got stuff to do. I got invited to a wedding. I got to get ready. Okay. So we going to go live now and we might go live later. I don't know. It's Saturday night. I'm trying to work around the clock for y'all. But y'all know my luxury life out here. Okay. So I asked the trivia question. How many of us know someone or have been the person who's been unjustly fired from a job? Okay. Sometimes you can even see them. Like maybe when they come in and they're new, you see them come in and you thinking, oh boy, this girl, she's going to get it. They're not about to put up with that. Or you see them challenge the boss. You know, you see them coming in trying to change, you know, how they do stuff. And you think to yourself, yeah, they're not about to let this person stay. This person's going to get sacked. This person's going to get fired. You see that person getting reprimanded. You know, they're always getting called into the conference room, you know, whatever. You could see it a mile away. Okay, I give this example because, guys, this stuff is not new. This is not new. What happened to me is not new. But the point is, please get the likes up if you're here. It's just a click, okay? It's just a click. We're rebuilding the platform, okay? We don't have time for people that's not on code. You should not be on my new channel if you're not on code, okay? Let me just tell you. Just hit the likes. The point is anticipate the move of your enemies, guys. Anticipate the move. You know that if you challenge them too much, they're going to punish you. You know that. I just asked the question. We've seen it probably hundreds of times in our lifetimes. Okay, we've seen Black people for no reason, you know, lose their jobs. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with them not obeying the management, getting out of line, you know, causing too much trouble, being too challenging to their superiors. The point is, look, if you're in that workplace, you need to get your ends. All right. Dynas asked me this question last night on his show about this proposed Delta strike or whatever they're going to do. Protests, boycott. That's it. You know, for instance, okay, I'm moving to Ghana in, let's see here. I'm going to move to Ghana in November 2021. Okay. And right now it's April 2021. Okay. So you got April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Okay. So you got 8 months. Okay. So you need to put your head down so that you can achieve that goal. Okay, is your boss going to get on your nerves? Yes. Is your coworker going to get on your nerves? Yes. Are you going to want to cut somebody out? Absolutely. Do you want to slap a customer, slap a boss? Yes. There's a lot of stuff you want to do. You want to give them a piece of your mind. However, you know what time it is. You know, shout outs to Barbara Sutton. You know, Barbara Sutton moved to Ghana last summer. And, you know, she was a nurse in Atlanta. So she was going through a lot of drama with her boss because she had told her boss that she was retiring. And I'm not sure if she let them know she was going to Ghana. I think she did. But, you know, when they know your plans, the fire gets turned up. So listen. Be smarter than your enemies, guys. Be smarter than your enemies. Be smarter than your enemies. If you know what they're going to do, don't get caught out there. Now, let me tell you something. If I, for instance, was not avidly working towards my exit from the workplace, when I got sacked, maybe I would have been devastated. Let's say I didn't have my business already set up. Okay, let's say I didn't have the game plan to go to Africa. Let's say I didn't have savings. Okay, and one day I go to work, they take my job, and guess what? Now I'm messed up. Now I have to go look for a new job. Now, you know, everything is crisis. No, don't be caught in that situation. If you are a content creator, for instance, and you know that your message is what it is, back it up. Okay, set up backup channels. Even if you want to be here on YouTube. See, I already have a new backup channel. See, I haven't even told y'all about it. I already have a new backup channel for this. You see what I'm saying? Anticipate the move of your enemy and be smarter. Because in this day and age, you can very well be black first, black power. You don't gotta bow down to them. And that's why they don't want my message to come out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is, yeah. Well, see, Sarah, that's because I retired. See, I'm 38, but I already retired. I retired from the white man. I retired from the white man, and they big mad at me. They're big mad. But I figured out the strategy. I figured out the strategy. You understand? My strategy was I need to get away from them. And I need to be as self-sufficient as possible. I need to stand on my own 2 feet. Because the more I'm integrated with them, the less freedom I have, the less movement I have, the less ability to have freedom of speech I have, you know? So the answer is retire from the white man. Yes. Yes. Find a way. Find a way. Is the white man the end all be all of the world? No, he's not. Are there ways to live without their you know, involvement? Absolutely. Is America and UK the only countries to live in? No, hell no. Why do you even think that you got to go through that stuff? You don't have to go through that stuff. It's not compulsory. You need to anticipate. I'm just on that today. I'm just being repetitive with it. You need to anticipate the move of your enemy and be strategic. That's why they're really mad at me, guys. I'm serious. And people, I mean, people can try to act like I'm not a big deal. See, I don't normally flex in this particular way. I flex a little differently, but I'm going to flex accurately and definitively today. Okay. People can try to act like the African superstar is not a big deal, but it's a lie. See, they're big mad at me because I turned the table on itself. See, I know how to make them feel and think that I'm listening to them, that I'm, I care about whatever they care about and blah, blah, blah. But not really, but get what I need to get. Huh? And that's why they're big mad at me, see? They're big mad at me because I exited Matrix and they didn't even know. See? That's why, for instance, my ex-boss, big shout out to Tracy out there in the UK, St. Andrews, holla. Go tell him I called you out. Go ahead, boo. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. That's why Tracy was so mad. I got to tell this story. It's really funny. Black Beauty, I'm going to get to your question after this, okay? So, obviously, when I got sacked from my job, big shout out to any viewers that don't know this story. I think those of you that know this story, you kind of enjoy hearing it over and over again because I like telling the story. So, basically, like I told you guys, when I was in the UK, I had this menial job, okay? Now, I obviously well-educated, worked in corporate and all that stuff. But when I decided to go to the UK, I said, you know what? Being up too high in these Western settings gets you a lot of negative attention. So I'm going to be as unassuming as I can be. Okay. Now, obviously I have a presence about myself and stuff like that, but I decided, you know what? Stop talking to people in the workplace. Okay. Don't make friends. Don't divulge any personal information. Don't get close to these people. Go to work, come home. Even some people thought I was mean and stuff because I didn't involve myself when they would have the work karaoke night and the you know, the drink ups and stuff, I wouldn't go. Okay. I knew I'm here to get this money. That's all I care about. Okay. I'm here to get this money. Now, obviously, you can't project that. You have to project that you care. So I did project that I cared a little bit. It was hard for me, but I did. You know, I tried to be diplomatic and stuff like that. So I masqueraded as a normal person for 2.5 years. And like I was talking about earlier, it was Dynas, it was my trip to Nigeria with Prince Dynas Demir that broke the ice. Okay. I went to Nigeria. I came back. I came back like in the end of Nigeria. Like I said, I had videos on my channel of us going to his kingdom and how we got a warm welcome at the palace. And you know, we're dressed in this beautiful African clothing. And you know, we're royalty because we are. We're guests of the prince at his palace. Okay. So I come back, all right, and then I go to Ghana for I think I went to Ghana for like a week in December. All right. So I come back from Ghana on the 19th of December. And all of a sudden I get suspended on the 20th of December. And I'm like, I haven't even been at work. Okay. I haven't even been at work to have done anything. Okay. Also, like I said, anticipate the movement of your enemies. I never did dumb stuff at work. Okay. Some of y'all do dumb stuff at work. You come to work high. Okay. You come to work late. Okay. You don't want to do your job. You have a bad attitude. These are simple reasons that they're going to tick you off. Okay. These should be the reasons that you never, ever, ever, you don't give them the ammo to fire you. It's easy to say, oh, wow, Black Beauty, that's her third time coming to work late. We're sacking her. Oh, Tino, he's always high at work. We're going to do that random drug test and then we're going to fire him. Oh, Sarah C, she's got a bad attitude and she has low production. She never does her job. We're going to fire you. Don't get caught up doing the dumb stuff, guys. Okay, so I never did that stuff. They couldn't get me for that stuff. I was on time to work every single day. I came in there. I was reliable. I did my best, you know, whatever. All right. So they couldn't get me for that. So I was like, okay, what is it? So, you know, my boss makes me aware. She said, well, there's been some allegations about your YouTube channel. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And from then I knew what it was because I knew what it was. But you know, that's what happens when you get too big, when you outgrow your environment. I was literally getting too big to be there in that situation. I'm the African superstar, the cream rises to the top. I can't be who I am and then be low. But I did masquerade for as long as possible. Another thing that helped me was that I was in the UK. I was in a smaller town, Northampton. So, you know, a lot of my viewers were not local. And since I wasn't advertising it to people there, the word wasn't getting out in my community, if you guys follow me. You know what I mean? A lot of my viewers were in America. I did have viewers even in London and stuff like that. Towards the end, I started getting more well-known in the UK, you know. But that was after I got sacked. So Tracy was so upset. Tracy, my boss, she was red. She was frustrated. I could see it in her eyes, and I was really trying hard not to laugh because she produced me a sheet full of all these verbatims from my video. And I said, yeah, I said it. I said everything. It has nothing to do with the workplace. I never told you guys about my social media. I don't fraternize with people outside of work. I know how to compartmentalize. And they was mad that I know how to compartmentalize. I don't bring my personal differences in the workplace. I don't care about y'all. I just come here to get this money so that I can bounce to Africa. And thank God I was ready. By the time they brought the axe down, I was due to leave in 6 months anyway. I was already still settled. And because I had the business going and I had the YouTube going and stuff, I was unstoppable, you know. Okay, so anyway, that's a story, a little bit of story in my background. All right, so Black Beauty wants to talk about this. So big shout outs to any of my viewers out there in the UK. You guys are probably aware about the law that changed on the 29th of March. Now there is a £5,000, which is basically, I think it's about like $7,000 fine for people that are trying to leave the UK for holidays. Okay, so you're required to do a form called an exit. You know what? I think it's called an exit application or something like that. Basically, that you have to submit to the airlines about why you're leaving, and you have to produce some proof. So if you're going for medical treatment, you're going to need to, provide a medical report. If you're going for a funeral or a wedding or for school, you're going to have to give some kind of evidence or whatever. And they have this fine, going on. So basically, they're trying to restrict your movement. A lot of us here on YouTube have been telling you guys about this for a very long time. The first lockdown should have been an indicator to you guys to expedite your plans. It certainly was for me. I had a plan. My plan until I got fired. I'm gonna tell you guys my plan. My plan was this job, like I said, I was working as a healthcare worker. Is very popular for African workers and migrants to work into that field in the UK because basically the British don't want to do it. Okay. They don't want to do the dirty work that they've created in their environments by not instilling certain values in their children, basically, in their people. But anyway, so, there's positions called bank that you can work. Okay. And bank positions are basically, it's meant to be kind of a part-time. It's kind of structured for like students or maybe, mothers or, stay-at-home parents or stuff like that. And you can kind of work at your leisure. You can come in and work a couple shifts a week, but you're not full-time and you're not obligated. And you don't have to, for instance, be on one particular ward or whatever that. So what I was going to do was I was going to work, full time until June, which was when I planned to go to Ghana. And I was going to move to the bank position. And I would have the bank position available. If I need to come back to the UK, I can come, maybe work for a couple months and earn a little money and go back. So it was like a temporary position. Again, guys, strategy. Okay. Figure out how to be in a system, but not be in a system. Be in a system for the benefits. To help you do what you need to do. So that was going to be my game plan, was that I was thinking, okay, I don't know how exactly it's going to go in Ghana. So I'll plan to go for 6 months and I'll see where I'm at 6 months. If I need to top up money or whatever, I can come back to the UK. Well, when coronavirus came, I said, you know what? I need to go altogether. Because if they're going to be locking borders and stuff, I don't want to be here. I'd rather be in Ghana than be here during lockdowns. So I configured my plan to accommodate that, and I said, I'm just going to go to Ghana and I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to see what happens, because like I said, I'd rather be here than be there in these situations. Some of you guys are just procrastinating. It's already been a year and you're just as ill prepared for a calamity now than you were at the beginning of this thing. And that's not wise. It's not wise. You should be paying attention to what's going on around you and you should be readying yourself. You should be compelling yourself to figure it out. If you're not, for instance, someone who can manage a business here, maybe you can work remotely. So start looking into remote opportunities. Right now with it being coronavirus and a lot of people are working from home, there might be things you can do remotely that don't require you to be in any location. Maybe you can do call center work, or maybe you can teach English. I know a few people that do that. Or, maybe you can do some coding, or if you're IT or whatever, I keep telling you, I have that high-speed internet here in Ghana. You can do it, but you got to be creative because they don't want you to leave. And they're now making it more bold than ever for you to not be able to leave. So Black Beauty, that's the situation in the UK currently. I don't know how long that law is in effect. I'm not sure because I don't really keep up with it because I knew it wasn't going to apply to me because I wasn't going to be here. And that's another thing. I recently went to the UK and I was quiet, you see, just imagine I've been blasting my plants. Okay, somebody could have framed me in the UK. You know, they could have. I don't know what they could have done, but I avoided that because I didn't let a lot of people know my plans. You guys could definitely learn that from me. We know when you're too visible in certain respects, it makes you, it makes life a lot harder for you. So you got to devise some kind of strategy. Okay. All right, guys. If you have any other questions for me, just go ahead and put them in the chat. Also, let me just do shout outs. I don't even think I did shout outs. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me. We have Tina with us. We have the African Superstar Black. That's the new channel. Please make sure you subscribe. Hi, African Superstar. We got Sarah C in the building. What's up, guys? What's up, fam? Who else is here? I know I see some other people. Black Beauty is here with us. Yes. There's some other people, but they're not apparently on code because I don't see them in the chat. So I can't say hello. Hello. Also, just special shout outs to, again, all my friends in the YouTube community. I love y'all, man. I love the tremendous outpouring that I have seen since my channel went down. I'm really empowered by that stuff, guys. And, I mean, man, it's impressive. It's impressive. I always tell you guys on this platform, we embody exactly what they tell us can't exist. Here you have a woman like myself. I don't have to reduce myself to create an audience here. Obviously I don't have the biggest audience, which is cool. It was always my intention to cultivate a productive, environment for our people, a mature and sophisticated audience. And the fact that this platform even exists and that this platform is going to rejuvenate itself is a testament that these things exist, and you guys should take great pride in that as well. Because I know for me, before I even came to YouTube, I used to think that, I was really just rare. I'm like, man, there's nobody like me. Everybody I run into thinks like this and that and the other. But now, we've created this beautiful cyber community, this global cyber community. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people that feel like you. There's a lot of people that think like you. Big shout outs. What's up? Skin Deep is in the building. SMP, sweetheart, good to see you. Yeah, and so you guys should really just be encouraged by this platform, for instance, not just mine, but so many others in the Pan-African environment. We are the epitome of community. You have people from all different demographics, the people from the diaspora, continentals, African migrants, that we all share the same mentality as far as, building the community, returning to Africa, learning how to interact and get along with each other. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm actually so empowered by this situation. What's up, sweet? What's up? Life Child is with us. I see you, brother, man. I'm happy the brothers is coming back. I'm gonna have to get on O'Shea's channel because I know, a lot of the guys from the Manosphere, believe it or not, they love the African Superstar, and they need to be made aware of the new channel. So definitely we have that in the works, and it's wonderful. Big shout outs to all, again, my YouTube family that have reached out and are assisting me in this process. Before I leave, guys, I want to remind you guys about the Our Superstar Challenge. We've already gotten one submission from Dark Spear, so that video is on the channel. And basically, all I need from you guys is a video that you can produce, 2 to 3 minutes, talking about why you love the African Superstar channel, why you love the AfricanSuperstar.com, why you love me, how it's been beneficial to you. Customers of the AfricanSuperstar.com can showcase their products in their video. So be creative. And basically, I'm giving a cash prize on June 26th, which is my birthday, of $100, plus the African Superstar backpack of your choice will be delivered to you free. That's the prize. for you guys to participate in the Our Superstar Challenge. So if you have a video for me, go ahead and send it. If you have my contacts, you know, my Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or email, and I'll get the video up on the channel. I'll provide you the link and you can share the link. The video with the most views is going to be the win. Okay. So like I said, Dark Spear is he's already got his video up. Okay. Last time I checked, it's got about 40 something views. Okay. So once I provide you your link, then you can share it to your friends. You can put it on your Facebook and say, hey, look, I'm in this contest. I need you to like this video or whatever. Okay. And it's going to be undisputed. So the closing date for this contest is June 26th. Obviously, the sooner you get your video in, the longer you have to accumulate views on it. Okay. So I'm expecting you guys to participate in this challenge. It's free. You know, all you got to do is make a video. If you like, dang, I wish I had some African Superstar wear, go head over to the website and make a purchase. Big shout out to Tama. She made an order yesterday to get her African Superstar gear so she can get in this challenge. So, you know, that's what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to grow this channel back. The goal is 25K by June 26th. I know that it's an ambitious goal, but I believe that we can do it. So please assist me, guys. Also, you can also help by sharing these videos or notifying your friends about the new channel. If you have any friends that also watch us or have watched us or whatnot, just make them aware. Hey, African Superstar has a new channel. Here's the link. Here's a video. Go subscribe. And if you guys, you know, I believe that if we all put our heads together, certainly we can raise this platform back up to, you know, not just where it was, but beyond. It's vital that we do that. Obviously, our message is very, very powerful and relevant. My platform wouldn't have been taken if that's the case. Okay, you know what I'm saying? People can say what they want to say, but all I can say is the African Superstar is major. Okay, I was just featured on BET. Okay, these other YouTubers is not doing that thing. I'm just saying. I'm really not trying to maliciously flex on anybody right now, but it is what it is. Okay, you know, you got to toot your horn sometimes, because sometimes you might just think, oh, you know, I'm not a big deal. But then I'm like, yeah, but I kind of am. And it kind of is what it is. And I've worked hard and invested in my platform. So, you know, what comes along with that comes along with that. And it's exciting. What's up, Love and Nigel? Shout outs to my BAIO brothers and sisters that have come over to the platform. I made them aware in our chat, and I've already seen them come. Thank you so much for joining the new platform, Love and Nigel. She's always been so supportive. Big shout outs to those of y'all that have rolled with me for a grip. I love you, man. This platform wouldn't be what it is without you guys. And you guys consistently motivate me. I mean, if y'all could just tell, I've been so happy this week. I mean, people is like, oh my gosh, African Superstar. And I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. Like, it's okay, because I'm major. You know, it just gives me more stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It just gives me more stuff to talk about, honestly. You know, so the next time I get an interview, you know, the interview is going to be like, hey, you know, African Superstar, tell us about why you were taken off YouTube. You see what I'm saying? It works in my favor. See, everything can work in your favor. You know what I mean? So big shout outs to y'all. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Whatever you guys are doing, I'm heading to a wedding today with my sister. So yes, get ready for the pics. We don't have a community tab right now, unfortunately. So you'll need to see them on Instagram or Facebook. So, you know, if we can get this engagement up, I think we can get the channel, you know, moving along within like a month, I'd say, because it's the beginning of April now. Let's see, what's today? Today's the 3rd of April. So if we can, you know, if we can get on code, then we can certainly get this, you know, have more capabilities within at least a month. What's up, girl? I was just thinking about you because I saw your plants on Instagram, and I was like, oh, that's really good. Big shout out to Pam OT Traveler out there in Tanzania. She had a post on her Instagram. It must have been yesterday. And she was talking about how she plants in these old plastic bottles. Like she's got soil and she plants. And I thought that was really interesting. So I'm happy you found the new channel, sweetheart. Thanks for being on Code. Man, much love to the African Superstar family. I love y'all. I love y'all. We currently have 16 of you viewing this live stream. I hope all of you have subbed the channel. All right. Please, 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 please be on Code. Okay. I want to assume that those of you that have come to the new channel are serious about this here life of the African Superstar. Okay, so there's no need for y'all to be here and not be participating in what we're trying to do. Okay, so we're trying to grow the platform back up, and we're trying to be on Code. Okay, and I'm just so happy to see so many of our African Superstar family members here. First of all, a lot of you guys subscribe when I asked you to subscribe, okay? Which was powerful because when you're on Code, it's great. You know, now just imagine we had, you know, like 10K of our 11K that had already moved over to the backup channel. You know, it would have been as simple as flipping a light switch. We just carry on with business as usual. You see, that's why it's important to be have some level of uniformity. Okay, but irrespective of that, I believe that we'll be able to communicate with several of our brothers and sisters because of all my YouTube family that is, you know, sharing their channels with me to get the message out. Again, special shout outs to Woke Africa Show and Search for Uhuru. They both featured me yesterday. I've been in contact with O'Shea Duke Jackson, also Lady Visionary, about, you know, setting up shows here in the near future to also get the message out. So, you know, it's great. It's great. So big shout outs to you guys. I'm not going to hold you anymore. Anyone who has not, you know, maybe came in late, Pam OT Traveler, she said she was outside. Go catch the replay. You know, we're talking about, I mean, I digress a little bit. I've been quite relaxed on the new channel so far, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not monetized, so they can't be hitting me with this and hitting me with that right now. So I can say what I want to say. Okay. But you know, we talked about this day and age, we have more power than ever to be unapologetically Black first. Okay. Because we have multiple ways to make a living. Okay, and we have multiple ways to live, and now we're being made aware of the information and the fact that we can even return to our homeland, and it's undisputed. Okay, because people can say what they want to say, but it's undisputed. Africa, for the Black man or Black woman, it is the place of the most freedom that we can have. Okay, if you're going to categorize different places in the world, this is the #1 place for us to be the most free as possible. You know, we can live without racism. We can create our own industry. We can be a part of the majority. Okay. You know, there's so many elements here that's not available anywhere else in the world for us. And that's why if you want to be defiant, okay, because I mean, in a way, I'm defiant. I'm defiant to Western standards of living. Because I said, yeah, bump America, bump UK, it's nothing. I'd rather be in Ghana. I'm going to choose Ghana over the UK and America. That's defiant. Okay, you're defiant when you don't adhere to the social engineering and programming that they've given you. Okay, they've told you that's the only place to be. That's the way to live. They've told you 9 to 5 is the way forward. College education is the way forward. Being somebody's employee is the way forward. You're defiant when you say, no, I don't want that. I don't want that life. I want something else. You know, and the something else that you want has been deemed inferior by society. So you're just defiant. You know, it's like the prince or the princess that says, you know, I don't want to live in a castle anymore. Like Harry, you know, Prince Harry. He said, you know what? I don't want to be a part of the UK no more. I don't want to be part of the royal family. I'm going to move to America with my wife because I feel some kind of way about y'all. That's defiant. You know, that's defiant. So if you want to be defiant, then I mean, all roads lead to the continent. You know, this is the place, current modern day, where you can have the most freedom. It is irrefutable. Period. Period. People can feel any kind of way. It is what it is. It is a fact. So a big shout out, guys. I gotta get ready. I told y'all I'm going to a wedding today. Don't be tardy for the party. Yes, my Instagram viewers, get ready for the new pics. I'm gonna show y'all my pretty dress. Okay, I'm gonna just show y'all real quick. Look at my pretty dress. What, honey? What? Don't be tardy to the party. I play my cards right. Might be love on the continent after this dress. Huh? Yes. So we going to a wedding today. Special shout outs to Akosia if she sees this. One of my namesakes, my friend has invited my sister and I to her wedding. So we're going to go this afternoon. And, you know, we're going to turn up. Yes. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to come back tonight. It's Saturday night. I also got invited to a 50th birthday party with Sister Ya of Sankofa Repatriation. So, you know, it's the weekend. It's the freaking weekend. Now, I know some of y'all is in lockdowns out there. Y'all can't go out and party. It's unfortunate. But yes, like I told you, like I've been backed up by Pam OT Traveler and Love and Niger. Might I add, these are also, you know, they're on the continent. Okay, Love and Niger, Nigeria, obviously. Pam OT Traveler in Tanzania. Doesn't really matter where you are on the continent. We have the most freedom. Okay? All right. So I will see you guys all again very soon. Remember, our superstar challenge. Please get your videos prepared and send them to me. Also, please, please, please like, share, subscribe, be a part of growing this platform back. You know, that's another testament to defiance. They shut down my platform. You guys are going to help me say, yeah, no, but we want the African superstar though. We want the African superstar. So big shout out to y'all. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.